Welcome, Power Rangers.
Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts.
Plain, not for a minute.
You know, she's no longer with us, and that makes me so sad because I wish she were here to experience some of the things that we experienced from the success of the show now, and her career was just launching. You know, she was heading to, I think she would have done some great things, you know, with her talent and her skills, and she's a good actress.
I miss Tui. Again, one of the first people I ever worked with, and she was one of these stunningly beautiful women.
When I look back at pictures of her, I don't think at that time I even realized how beautiful she was, but now when I see pictures of her, I'm like, wow. She was so stunning and so sweet, and had an amazing laugh, and was just very down to earth.
It was intimidating almost to work with her on your first day because she was so pretty, and she was so poised that she almost seemed standoffish. But when you meet her, she was the most open, loving person you would ever want to meet. So it's a real loss that she's not around. You know, it's a real tragedy.
Tomorrow on Batman, ruthless terrorists attack Gotham.
Nothing's safe for these savages in town.
And only one man can stop them.
If you think I've been bad news before.
But will an uninvited guest throw him off the track?
Never trifle with the affections of a woman.
Watch Batman, the animated series, tomorrow afternoon on Fox.
Spider-Man was bitten by a spider and got superpowers. All I got was a pimple. Maybe it's the suit. Watch Spider-Man weekdays on Fox.
And then the sphere will have an angular decay of 3.1 to the minus 10 with a drag coefficient of 0.9875.
Tomorrow on Batman, when a winged creature terrorizes Gotham. Ah! Get away! Witnesses accuse the wrong man.
The Batman's been sighted breaking into Phoenix Labs.
And the police declare war.
I want him by any means necessary.
On the prime suspect.
We'll smoke him out.
Watch the animated series Batman tomorrow afternoon on Fox.
When the ball drops on the year 2000, it will be a momentous event for the world and for the U.S. economy, which is closing in on its longest expansion ever. The decade has been marked by strong growth, the lowest unemployment in a generation, and yet remarkably little inflation. Well, tonight we ring in a special Millennium series here on Moneyline, The New Economy. Is it a boom without end?
Today on our TV screens, last night on our TV screens, we saw the horror of terror in Russia, and I can just imagine the heartfelt anguish of the moms and dads of those Russian kids. Our prayers are with those families. And yesterday is a grim reminder of the nature of the terrorists we face. That is why this country must be strong and diligent, never yielding. We must bring them to justice before they harm us.
When a lot of the news is being hidden by what's happening in the hurricane down in Florida and what's happening in Russia with 200 people tragically killed by terror, and the news is hidden, but it isn't going to be hidden for long on Americans, because what they did yesterday was this President of the United States made history twice. The first time he made history was with the release of the job numbers. The job numbers were less than they predicted, less than they hoped for again, as they were the month before, as they've been for countless numbers of months. 2 million Americans or more have actually stopped being counted in the unemployed because they don't even go out and look for the job. They're not counted in the people looking for jobs. But yesterday, this President of the United States became the first president since Herbert Hoover, the first president since the Great Depression, to be absolutely certain on Election Day to have not created one single new job in the United States of America.
How has coming back from the Middle East changed my perspective on being a public figure? You know, I sat next to some incredibly powerful men and women. I watch people put their lives in harm's way.
Dear Dr. Brown, on the night that I go back in time, you will be shot by terrorists. Please take whatever precautions are necessary to prevent this terrible disaster.
In the 1985 classic Back to the Future, at a scene called the Twin Pines Mall, we will bear witness to a sudden surprise terrorist attack, perpetrated by a group of Muslim terrorists. The attack is at the Twin, which is a reference to the Twin Towers. When we turn the sign upside down, the digits on the clock read 911 or 9/11. The Twin Pines are a symbolic representation of the Twin Towers.
Mr. Trump, I have a question about immigration.
Okay, who's next? Yeah, please.
Your immigration plan is
Excuse
full
me,
of
sit down.
empty
You weren't
promises.
called. Sit down.
Mr. Trump, no, I'm a
Sit
reporter,
down.
as an immigrant, and as a
Go
U.S.
ahead.
citizen. I have the right to ask the question.
No, you
and
don't.
This is the question.
You haven't been called.
No, I have the right to ask the question.
Go back to
and
Univision.
This is the question.
Go ahead.
You cannot deport 11 million.
Go ahead.
You cannot deport 11 million people. You cannot build a 1,900-mile wall. You cannot deny citizenship to children in this country.
Down,
and with those ideas, I'm a reporter, and don't touch me, sir. Don't touch me, sir. You cannot touch me. I have the right to ask a question.
Yes, in order.
I have the right to ask a question. I have the right to ask a question.
Where? Let me see it.
It's over there.
So they're coming out, stay out. You just got to wait your turn.
You're very rude. It's not about you.
It's not about
Get out of my country. Get out.
This is
not about you.
I'm a U.S. citizen too.
Well, whatever. No, Univision, no.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
America, Israel, and the entire international community must prevent Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon. This is a commitment that President Obama has made and repeated because we know very well the Iranian regime already exports terrorism, not only to Israel's doorstep, but across
Okay, folks, everything's all right. Nothing to worry about.